Whoo-wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day, and it is a Kratos knives kind of day. I'm pretty excited to be holding this one, even though it's a 3-finger design, if you're big. It has these like little rises here and here, which help those 3 fingers hold on. So you can use your thumb, and I found out earlier that you don't even need a thumb. You can just press your finger against it if you want to hold it that way. So there's extra ways to hold it. And then I started thinking to myself, well, it's not just good for like people with small hands, and it's not like just like my child's first OTF, because it's still a sharp freaking knife, and it can still kill. This knife would be great for, let's say, if you know somebody, and I'm going to say it because I'm honest and I don't care if who's offended, but let's say you know somebody who's a dwarf, like with dwarfism, things like that. Sometimes they have really short fingers and they have a hard time getting around. And if you don't think adult dwarves are like adult us, you know, everybody else, we're all the same. So it's not like dwarves don't like knives and camping and hunting and all that kind of stuff. They do. So to be able to get a knife that's going to be a personal protection OTF into the hands of somebody who doesn't have hands like me, this could be an all-around for anyone type go-getter. And the best part is it's $35 freaking dollars for an OTF that's auto return. You'll get a lot of the OTFs that are cheaper where it'll be one way, and then you have to unlock it and you push the blade back manually. That's no. This one is a 2-way OTF. It is super cool. It is a zinc alloy frame, which is really nice. You have a stainless blade. You got Kratos knives right there. Handmade, or made in Florida, not handmade, like they're out there going like this. But obviously they have machines. But it's made in Florida. It's a family-owned company. Really, really super nice. I got people walking by. Hold on. And speaking of made in America, oh, look at that mama. All right, so this is a really cool little knife, and being $35, it's one of those knives where you got to pull it out and you need to give a gut shot because Bigfoot, not a human being obviously, because Bigfoot just robbed you at the ATM or came up and tried to do something stupid. Well, I'll tell you what, people could say, well, it's a 3 1/4 inch blade, it's not that big. I wouldn't want it stuck in my ribs. No, I would not. It's like 5.5 overall, or wait, yeah, I think it's 5.5 overall, 3 1/4 inch maybe closed. I think that's what it might be. You can tell, just look at it, it's smaller. But when you I'll actually add the link to it. I just suck at remembering these numbers. So here you have a lanyard hole. You have some really nice texturing all the way around. It's actually a good looking design. You can see that the hole is here where the blade slides up and down on the rails, and that means the cage with the springs are up here, right? So I don't know, it's really cool. But what we need to do is, since it's a small stabby knife, I got another chicken. Let's go play. All right, so like the last one, and I think I was saying, if it's one of those things for $35 where if you needed to do a stick and move, it ended up in a river. Hey, guess what? It's okay. You can afford another one. It's really good, but we want to make sure that it's good enough to protect yourself. It's good enough for personal protection. And I can tell you right there that we just went all blade deep, making that little hole right there, right? So, pop, pop. It's an in and out stabber. We got to get you guys closer. This thing is really, really kind of nice in the hand, as far as it doesn't hinder your ability to have agility. So it's going to do really well on those stick and move, especially situations. I mean, pop, pop. And it's obviously it's not closing on me. Pop, pop, pop. And there's bones, everything, and you'll see I'm in a bone right there. This thing is going all the way through. I mean, right here is hole. And if you don't think that is going to do damage, man, you've never been stuck by anything. Bop, bop. Holy Moses. That was actually really nice. So let's do a couple uppercuts into the meat. Bop, bop, a little hook. Bop, bop, little backhand. Bop. You see all that juices dripping down? Man, if this is somebody coming at you, those juices are going to be a little redder. Bop. Golly. Bop, 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 bop. Does the bop help? Bop, bop. Moving target. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? That was right here. I just stabbed into here. That's all bone in there. You could see the blade wanting to stop, and it went all the way through. That went all the way through. That's nice. Make sure those juices don't get me. Bop, 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 bop. It's just easy to get on target with this thing because it's so small in your hand. If you can touch something, you can poke something, which makes it really, really nice. I'm telling you, man, if you're talking about a little sticker, let's see if we can't get all the way through. This is it's one of those workout shirts like Under Armour. So let's try and get all the way through on just the opening. All right, so it almost went all the way through. Let's open it up. Do it again. So on this one, the action is softer than the bigger ones. Obviously, there's more spring, more power on the other ones. But this one is still, if I poke myself, okay, for the experimentation. Here we go. You could feel it. It was like the Pillsbury Doughboy. All right, so you're not going to accidentally kill yourself if it opens up. It will stop. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do some slashes. Yeah, I did just put an OTF against my ribs because I'm not all there in the head. But I mean, that should be expected. All right, here we go. There we go. So now I want to do some slashes. So with a harder backdrop, something more stiff. Wow, that was really nice. It's putting pressure on the blade. Wow. And it's putting pressure on the blade, and the blade isn't falling out. Now remember, it's not made to hit something solid, so don't come at me. It's made to go through flesh, right? But here you see it, bam, it's going into the wood, it's going through the styrofoam. There's a lot of resistance hitting the styrofoam because the tip is going through and dragging against the wood. If I hit just the styrofoam, I mean, that's a slash. If that is attached to something that is fleshy, that is dangerous, man. That is absolutely dangerous. 35 freaking dollars. 35 bucks. Come on, man. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. When you're talking about OTF, and especially I went to open it, it was already open. Especially a made in America doing OTF. Doing. Telling you, man. Oh, wow, that was in there. That was in there. Spring still work, even though I just pulled on that blade going up. The blade was stuck inside the log, and I had to do, remember, it's spring loaded. I had to pull it, and watch this, watch. See how there's action? It pulls out. That's meeting the spring to its limit, right? I went beyond the spring's limit, and I pulled, putting all that tension on the spring. And it's still gonna go. Still gonna go. I'm telling you, man. People that don't know, they just don't know. The people that don't know, they just don't know. And if the people who don't know, then that's the knowing that the people don't know. Kamala Harris. All right, here we go. Let's see. Look at these curls. That's some edge geometry right there. Do they need good edge geometry? No, you just needed it pointy. For what this knife is made for, You just needed it pointy. They don't care. They'll go the extra mile. That's Kratos knives. I have been carrying their. Wow, that's so nice. I mean, come on. It's made for flesh, so I knew it was going to handle that. I have been carrying an OTF from them very frequently. I have now. This would be the 4th one, and I haven't carried, and this is kind of crazy for me to say, and it's actually true. I haven't carried my Combat Troodon in probably, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. But in that same time, I've carried one of 2, especially because I just am reviewing this one now, so I haven't carried it at all. And this might just be my girls' carry. But I've been carrying, and the other one I haven't reviewed yet. But I mean, wait till you see the next one I'm bringing you, the Green Machine. Ooh, now there's no names on them. This is just the mini. Normally it's all like product number, but a mini's a mini. So $35, guys. $35 for a working OTF. Working OTF. That's so easy to use, and it can hold up in a fight. It's not much more you need than that. So follow the link down below. Now you can get a discount if you go to their website. I believe you can just put the word Donnie, DONNIE, in the part for a code, or apply a discount code or whatever, and you'll get, it's either 10 or 15. I think it's 15% off. That's fantastic. And look through their products. Kratos knives is fantastic, man. They are freaking $35. These make good gifts. Imagine getting somebody their first OTF for $35 to see if they're going to like it. Imagine you not knowing if you're going to like an OTF, so you figure, well, I'll spend $35 and I'll see. And then you spend $70 and you get a fantastic freaking knife. $70. Then you spend sub 150, and you get a badass piece. It's lightweight, it's crazy, aluminum, man, just awesome. Just awesome. So definitely check these out. Follow the link below. Use Donnie in the code. Guys, get yourself a Kratos knives. You won't be disappointed. Oh, and I get nothing. I'm not getting paid for this. So just so you know, I'm talking about these guys because I met them at Blade Show. I really enjoyed their product. I enjoyed talking with them. They said, "Hell yeah, we'll let you do a knife," and I was sold. I was sold on that damn knife, and I still am. So I'm only talking about them because I like them, and that's why I'm talking about them. Kamala Harris. So that's it for this one. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.